So this is how we want recovery to happen. This is how recovery actually happens. Hello everybody! Welcome to another video. So today I just want to talk about recovery and how it isn't necessarily a super easy process. And sometimes instead of going like this, it goes this. How we want recovery to happen, or ideally recovery would just be going to a doctor saying, hey, I feel depressed or anxious, or I think I might have a mental illness, and the doctor says, oh yes, fill out this sheet. And then you fill out the sheet and the doctor says, ah yes, we know exactly what you have and we know exactly how to treat it. And then they give you medication for it, and then you go see a therapist, and then you're completely better in a few months. That would be ideally how recovery would happen. Unfortunately, that's not really what happened. It was going to the doctor and getting medication, not doing well on that medication, so taking another, and then stopping taking that medication and not taking medication after that. Going to therapy every week, making some progress, and getting where I am now, which is better, I think. Throughout my journey of recovery, there's been a lot of relapses, a lot of hiccups along the way of me not recovering as fast as I wanted. The process, just taking the step to recovery is pretty difficult, especially if you have a mental illness. If you have a mental illness, you probably know the feel of not having any motivation to do anything, especially talk to people and schedule appointments and remember to go to appointments and remember to do things. That's kind of a daunting task if you have a mental illness. It does take a lot of effort. Recovery does. I think a lot of people who don't have a mental illness don't realize how difficult it really is to recover and to start recovery. So if you've started recovery, or if you're on your way to starting recovery, good for you. I believe in you. Keep at it, even though it's really, really difficult. So I'm gonna give you guys a few tips so that you can remember to go to appointments, remember to schedule appointments, have motivation to do these things. Tip 1, buy an agenda, use an agenda, get an agenda. You could use the calendar app on your phone. If you have a smartphone, you can make yourself an agenda if you want. Put some glitter on it. That's exciting. Using an agenda can be really helpful for remembering dates, writing down dates so that you know when your appointments are and what time they are. For a lot of people, it might be hard to remember to do that. So tip number 2, if that would be difficult for you, get a giant whiteboard or a medium-sized whiteboard, really any size whiteboard, and put it up next to your bed and have a to-do list of things or appointments that are going on that day, so that when you wake up, you have a list of things ready to go that you have to do or that you want to get done. So that way you'll have a comprehensive list of things to do, and that's really good with like if you're feeling really hopeless or really down, like there's no point in life, you have that motivational list, and put things that you like on the list as well. Don't make it really daunting, like all of these appointments that you have to make and go to, and there's no breaks in between. Give yourself a little time. That is tip 3. Give yourself breaks and rewards. If you have to schedule an appointment and that freaks you out, 'cause it freaks me out, I hate scheduling appointments, but it always feels really good after I get it done. I'm like, I did it. Yes. So if you have a lot of appointments to schedule or just one appointment and it's overwhelming you, take a moment, breathe, make the appointment, and then afterwards give yourself a reward. It could be watching that show you wanted to watch, or it could be taking a nap, or it could be buying that thing you wanted. If you have money to buy that thing you wanted. Yeah, but breaks are always good, and don't let yourself get too overwhelmed. One thing that I have, my therapist gave me her phone number so that I could text her, so we could do appointment scheduling over text, because I can use the phone, but I hate it. Obviously, not every therapist is gonna do that. Some therapists are gonna say, no, I don't do that. There's only my office phone. I think it wouldn't hurt to maybe ask politely, like, hey, do you have this that I can do? Also, if they don't have that and you can't text them, you could always ask if you can make an appointment the same time every week, so that you know your appointment time and you don't have to keep calling every week to make an appointment. Also, if you do relapse and you do reach a low point in your recovery, don't feel bad. It happens to all of us. It will happen to all of us. It will continue happening. But hopefully with recovery, at least for what I've seen of recovery, your low points keep getting higher, if that makes sense. Like, instead of your low point being down here, you kind of go, and then your low point is here, and then your low point is here. And that's hopefully what's going to keep happening. And if you do get really low again, don't worry. Use self-help methods. Talk to your therapist. If there's like a helpline that you can call, do that. But just remember that it's going to keep getting better, and if you're dedicated to recovery and you try your best at recovery, it will get better. Yeah, so those have just been some tips and tricks to hopefully help you guys in recovery, because I know it's not an easy process. Even though it seems like it should be a super easy process, it really isn't. And that's all I got for today, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!